deploy NGINX Ingress Controller in your cluster using Helm, what do you need? Let's look at what. What are the prerequisites? First, need what? Needs an active, okay, Kubernetes, okay, cluster. We need what? Helm installed and what? Helm installed on what? On the cluster. Okay, and I think, yeah, the two. So of course we need that, and yeah, and what? Look at the steps. So first we're going to what? Let's first of all add. Okay, add what? Add the NGINX Ingress Control. Okay, what? Helm chart to your cluster is going to be something like this. Helm repo what? Helm repo add. So this Helm repo add is very close to what? It's very close to what comes to your mind. What other where have we run a command similar to this? Helm repo add. Where have we seen anything add before? What? Helm repo add. Okay. What we can say, Ingress what? Ingress NGINX and alias there. Then what? You're going to paste the URL of that repository. It looks like my system needs to restart. Okay. We can paste that. Oops. Okay. Let's see. Is it going to paste here? Okay. This is strange. My pasting is not working. I don't know why. Okay. So run what? Okay, Helm what? Helm repo add. Okay. So you can run Helm. Okay. Repo add. Ingress NGINX is what? It's just there. This thing and call it what? HTTPS. Since it won't paste. When I'm on break, I'm going to Kubernetes here. GitHub.io /, Ingress. That's what? That is the repository of the chart. Oops. It's an error. Okay. HTTPS, blah, 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 blah. Okay, / Ingress NGINX. Okay, I see. It's Kubernetes, not that one. See that? Add it. Then what? After we add, I'll fix it, okay? I'll fix this somehow. Let's see. Come back here. Okay. Can I copy this? Looks like okay, there we go. It pasted. That's funny. And what? So Helm repo add. Okay, that. Now, the next is what? Is to update what? Update the Helm what? The Helm repo. In this case, can run what? Helm repo update. Okay, Ingress what? Ingress NGINX. Okay, and that repository is going to upgrade. Helm what? Helm repo update, not upgrade, please. Okay, Ingress what? Ingress NGINX, and you're going to see, okay, there we go. Oops. Helm repo list. Okay, oh, So what is NGINX, please? Okay, hem repo what? Upgrade. Okay. Hem repo update what? NGINX. There we go. So we have what? We have been able to update our repository. So now we're going to what? Let us run the next command called what? Called the hem search or hem search command here. Hem search repo command. So this is more like an introduction, like what? Like a revision. Hem again what? Hem list here. You can see we have what? No, sorry. Hem repo, okay. See that? There we go. We have what? We have this repository. So now what can we search here? We can search what? Search what? Hem repo search for what? For charts, because a repository is what? It's made up of charts, right? Do you agree on that? So we can run what? Hem repo what? No, hem search, okay? Hem search. Okay. Repo. All right. And what the repo name is NGINX. There we go. We have what? We have one chart. Okay. In this particular cluster. Right. So hold on 1 second here. Okay. There we go. If I minimize here, see that we have what? We have, okay, this is the only chart that we have here. It's called what? Ingress. Okay, NGINX what? NGINX /Ingress NGINX. You can see the chart version, the app version, and all of that, right? So we're able to what? We're able to see that around what? Helm here. Okay. Search repo, and what? My repo name is NGINX. Then I'm good to go. Now what? Let's do a show value here. Let's see what? Let's see the values in that particular chart. Let's run what? Let's run helm. Okay. Okay. Number 4 here is what? Is going to be show what? Helm. Okay. Show values. In this case, on what? Helm show values for what chart? I'm going to what? We are going to copy the name of our chart. In this case is this. And you can see we have that there, right? There we go. That's good enough. So now I can run what? Helm. I know it's quite, this is quite, okay. Helm what? Helm show values. Then what? We can paste that. Now my pasting is working. See that? This is what? So this is the value of our Helm chart. You understand? And like we mentioned, right? What do you say? We said that what? We mentioned that we can what? We can't. What options do we have to redirect this file? Like what other options can we, see these values? Is it possible to direct the values into a file? The answer is yes. We can do what? Let's call it what? A file called what? Let's call it what? Values. Okay, underscore what? NGINX.yaml. See that? There we go. We have a new file called what? Called values underscore NGINX. If you enter what? Values underscore NGINX.yaml. There is that. So what? So this is what we are about to deploy in our cluster, right? And you can see, okay. See that? You can see a lot of stuff there. As for this one, this file is a very, very heavy file. If you do SENU, is what it is, super heavy. So now we're going to what? We are going to, okay, deploy our NGINX Ingress Controller. So number 5, that's what? Let's create a namespace, okay? What? For the NGINX, okay? NGINX All right. Deployment. In this case, helm what? kubectl create what? Namespace. Let's call it what? Okay. NGINX. That's it. See that? Come back here. kubectl create namespace what? NGINX. There we go. So now we can run what? We can then what? We can then deploy our, okay. Can what? Deploy what? Deploy the, this is what NGINX Ingress Controller. In this case, we can run what? Helm install. Now, what is the name of our chat again? What's our chat name? This is the chat name, right? That's the chat name that we are going to use to install. So what? Helm install first what? Our release name. Okay. Then what? Our chat name, right? Then what? We can pass what? -n for namespace. So in this case, we can have this. We can run helm what? Helm install. I think this font size is not good enough. Let's see if we can increase it. Maybe 24 will be good. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it looks good then. Okay. Helm what? Helm install. Okay. So helm install. What do we want to call our release? Let's call it what? NGINX what? Let's call it NGINX Ingress, okay? NGINX Ingress. What's my chat name? So this is my chat name. My -n is what? Is called NGINX. So if I copy this command, show values here, and show value. And again, what? We can update that. So let's copy this. Okay. There we go. Oops, okay, this will not allow me to paste here. That's it. Okay, so helm. Let's go back. And what? Let's copy this. That's all we need. Okay. And what? Helm. Okay. So helm install. Let's call it what? So after the install, that's what? That is going to be the name of my application, right? And then of course what? We can have helm install that, and of course what? We can pass the chat name. Okay. -n is going to be NGINX. Okay. And now what we can install. Now let's what? Why is this coming up? Let's go to my cluster. And what? Let's go and check. Okay, so this is the cluster where we are deploying our, see that? There we go. Let's see, it looks like, okay. See that we just what? We just deployed, okay, our, okay, what? Our NGINX Ingress Controller. So if we come down to workloads, see that? So how was this deployed as what? As a deployment. And what? This is the image registry. It's a Google image. And of course, we can what? We can click here. And you're going to see it is what? It is ready. And what? This is what I was looking for. You can view the logs. So what? Our NGINX, okay, is up and running. See that? You can see it is up and running. But there is something that what I want you to look at very carefully. By default, okay, all NGINX Ingress Controller is what is deployed by default with the service type load balancer. Look at here. See this here? We have what? We have a load balancer. Understand? So what this is what? This is the okay. So what this becomes what? This becomes the load balancer that what? That is going to front end of our applications. You understand? So every other application in this cluster will be deployed with what service type? Okay, with service type cluster IP. So whenever okay, NGINX Ingress Controller is deployed in a cluster, every other service is what? Is deployed with what? With service type cluster IP. That's it. Let's make that statement. So it is what? NGINX, okay, Ingress Controller, what? Deploy with what? With service type, okay, load balancer by what? By default. But that doesn't mean that we can what? We can change it, of course. Right? So you can come with what? kubectl, get what? Get svc-n. What's our namespace? The namespace is NGINX. And you will see that what? That now we have what? We have our, okay, let's come back here. And okay. Oops, sorry. Let's close that. So that, therefore what? We have what? We have been able to deploy, okay, our NGINX Ingress Controller directly from here. So if you run what? kubectl, get svc, okay, hyphen what? Hyphen n, okay, NGINX. Okay, let's do NGINX here. We see what? We can see the load balancer URL of that application. So now the question is, how will this, okay, what makes NGINX, okay, different? When NGINX is installed in a cluster, what is the difference? Now, please what? Note this down very seriously. Okay, so what? Whenever, okay, NGINX Ingress Controller is deployed with service type load balancer, okay, it means that or what all other applications what will then be what deploy what with what service type with what with service type cluster IP. So this is the logic. You understand? So the only reason why we are deploying NGINX Ingress Controller is because what we don't want a scenario where we have one service, one load balancer, one service, one load balancer. That is not feasible. You understand? So to create a scenario where we are balanced, okay, in terms of our service discovery, we have one load balancer front-ending all the services in the cluster. That is the best thing to do. Okay, that is the right thing to do. That's what. Let's look at how to deploy. Okay, how to deploy applications and link them up with what? Link them up with what? With okay. How to deploy application and what? Link them all with what? With NGINX Ingress Controller. Okay. And what? And okay, with what? With NGINX Ingress what? Controller. So let's what? Let's deploy our very first application. Okay. Okay. So let's stop this first video. Stop this. But so far,